Yo, so this is part two to why I cut my hair and my hair loss journey. And I realized it was a couple things I forgot to mention in the first video. Um, but yeah, one of those things being the like emotional piece. So yeah, like as I was losing my hair, it was tough. Definitely was tough to lose a lot of my hair after like my hair being like very like healthy like my whole life, and loving the rock different styles. Like I said, two strand twists and cornrows and locks, afro, karate, all that. Like it was tough. It was tough. And definitely try to like cover it up at times. For me, specifically more like wearing like headbands, um, and wraps and stuff like that to keep to like, or put my hair in like I forget what you call it, but when you put your locks in like the little wrap. I'm blanking on the name for it, but anyway, yeah, and it was tough. And let me see, I have some notes here too. And definitely can say that I definitely thought, I don't know, my hair was also kind of, it was like a part of my identity, and I felt very proud like, of my hair, Like I loved my hair. And yeah, and it was just tough, man. And it became an insecurity for me. That's what I was saying. Like, eventually, there were times I try to like cover it up or keep my hair wrapped, or at least like the front of my hair and all that. And and so that also contributed to my fear of being seen. The fear of being seen, and like the fear of being seen, that's what initially that's what initially delayed me from starting J Stocks, from starting YouTube and social media and stuff. Um, because last year, so I started this channel March 2025, last year, so a little over a year ago. And then, but the thing is, I first got the idea to do this like end of December, early January 2025. Um, and also it's funny because around that same time, that's also when I started seeing my wealth mentor, my wealth coach, you can call him. Shout out to RJ. He was a huge help for me. And I mentioned him before in a couple videos ago. It was called, I think I called it like mindset hack, flipping limitations into um, affirmations or something like that. But basically, I mentioned how he really helped me. Like he was like a pusher for me. He really pushed me and held me accountable um, for my goals. I went to him and I had this vision for my life and things I wanted to do and content creation, da da da, da and which were at the time were like very big for me. Still are big, but I mean big in a way that's like I'm like further from achieving it. If I can say that. But anyway, and I mentioned I wanted to start doing YouTube and stuff. And he was like, yo, why don't you just start? Why don't you just start now? And this is like in like January, February. I already had want to do this, like record and what I'm doing right now. But I kept making up excuses like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make an LLC or something or a trademark, whatever, da 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 da, like stuff like that. He was like, no, you can just do it now. Like you don't have to do all those things, especially when you're starting off. Maybe once you get more momentum, da da da, you get used to it and you can do things. He was very supportive, but also just holding me accountable. Um, but I wasn't telling him that I had this insecurity of mine of my hair, that my hair um, I had a lot of hair loss up front, and that had an insecurity of how people would perceive me or judge or make fun of me, whatever. Said, oh, you got no hairline, stuff like that. Stuff like that was very pervasive in my mental, you know, just about, and it was holding me back. Like I said, that delayed. I could have started this in like January last year, but it took me a little while to until March to really be like, you know what? And also, actually, I got to say this because I can't say that without saying this. Um, it was both convenient, but also intentional that my that in that first video that I did of my locks, my hair was like in that style where it was like draped like over my hair like that. Cause like cause I had got a retwist and I think I went to a new loctician for the first time. I went to her. She was like, "Oh, you want your hair in a ponytail, like a what is it called? Pineapple, something carrot top? Not I'm blanking on names today. But anyway, the style where it's in a ponytail and it drapes over your head, whatever that's called." I was like, "Yeah, you can." I was like, "Sure." I never had it before, but yeah, you can do that. And she did it. I was like, "Oh snap, I like it." Both because I actually liked how it looked, but also it was covering up my insecurity at that time. That's how I was viewing it. Of like, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna have to show my scalp, my hair loss. And um, what was I saying? But yeah. So honestly, that first video was actually started because my insecurity was like a big reason why I released that video and recorded that was because I wasn't showing my insecurity. Um, um, which I now learned from that, and now I ain't scared of showing nothing. Like, and I basically I'll explain more of like my like the state where I am now, um, but anyway, but yeah, I was scared about a lot of people would perceive me and judge me, and like I said, it would help me back from posting that first. I'm just reading, make sure I cover all my notes, and oh, but one of the things, basically, like I said, I don't care. I don't care now because I'm just being myself, And for me personally, I it's funny because I low key see my hair loss kind of like a battle scar in a way, because that happened from my depression. My whole life I had full set of hair, then boom, depression happened, and then I guess just as a casualty of um, depression, um, took my hair along with it. That's not to say I can't grow my hair back. Hopefully it will. But I love myself, and no matter what, I love every single version of myself, even the version of myself where I don't have as much hair. Even like when it comes to my teeth, like my teeth aren't the whitest, and uh, I have like whitening and stuff like that. But it's like I love me no matter what. That honestly, that's like the answer to like a lot of the stuff at the end of the day for me personally. I love myself. It's like when the thoughts start coming, it's like, oh, what about this? What do they think about that? It's like I love myself. It's like, oh, what if they try to make fun of your hairline? It's like I don't care. I love myself. It's like I don't know how this will sound. I don't care how it sounds. But for me personally, I don't need anybody else to love me or to care for me. I'm just being real. For me, I feel like I've achieved like a whole nother level of just self-love. I want people in my life. I love people, and I very much appreciate people loving me and caring for me, you know. But I don't need it. I feel like I've reached a point where it's like I'm like complete. I'm whole by myself. Me and God's within me. Like I said, I very much appreciate love. I do, but need it from other people outside of myself, outside of God. Like I'm good. I'm just being real. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself right now too, because I've reached a point. I've like reached a point where I don't care anymore about what people think of me. Because I remember during that time when I was insecure, when I was worried about, like I wanted to start posting, but I just let my fear of being seen and judged or whatever, or like, what is this person gonna say, da, 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 da. Like, I let all those thoughts get to me and control me basically. But at the same time, it's like I wanted to be confident. I wanted to not care. I wanted to not truly not give a damn what somebody think about me. But it wasn't really embodied yet. But I still said the affirmations. Just like in like the video I mentioned, the video I made, Mindset Hack, flipping limitations into affirmations. At that time, I took those limitations, I took the resistance, the mental resistance to doing my goals and stuff, which was this, recording videos and stuff. It was like, damn, like that, like just being real with myself. Because at first I was trying to like put it to the side, like my insecurity about my hair, about like me just being myself, just, you know, I was putting it to the side like that, like, you know, it's like something, like imagine something like in your house, you know, you got to clean 11/11 as I just looked at that. Imagine something you got to clean, but it's like, I don't really feel like doing, so you like sweep it away. Say, I'll do it later, whatever. And then you pass by it again. It's like, I don't even want to think about it. And you try to like forget about it. But it's like, no, because then stuff is going to start. Maybe a smell. Maybe you spill something and it starts smelling, or maybe dust starts to form, or well, for whatever reason, it continues to draw your attention to it more and more and more. That's how it was with my insecurity with my hair. And I got to a point I was like, you know what? I'm being real with myself. I'm being so real with myself and just saying this out loud. Like I have this insecurity. I'm worried about my hair, about what people would think about me, People would say, oh, people making fun of me, whatever, And I was, but yeah, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I shouldn't care about people think of me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like I know certain things, but I knew certain things, but it's like it wasn't like embodied yet. It's like, no, I shouldn't be. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna say, this is an affirmation for me. I'm confident. You know, I speak confidently. I don't care about what people think of me. I love myself. I love my hair, with or without my hair, whatever. And I don't need any validation. I don't care about how people judge me or think about me. I don't need any external validation outside of myself, you know? I was saying those things, repeating them, affirmation for myself. Even though like I said, I didn't truly feel it or embody it yet, like how I do now. But that's what I'm saying, like through doing that, over time, just naturally going through different phases of like, first of all, throughout that whole last year, 2025, I went through so many different phases, yo. Especially just like, you know, just energetically, like I went through like the highs of like having a lot of spiritual zoomies and having ideas and really being in the imaginary plane, and then going through a phase where it's like, I don't feel like doing nothing. It's like every time I got all these ideas to write stories and do this and that, but every time I try to do it, I get like resistance energetically. Like literally like the energy would get zapped out of me whenever I would try to do something. And then I was dealing with work and just my soul feeling like it's rotting away at work, and that getting stronger and stronger, and knowing that it wasn't for me, and that actually led to me cutting my hair and then leaving my job. And then it's like I went through so many different phases, and through all those different phases, just naturally, organically, divinely, I gained more confidence to where I am now, where I don't care no more. I don't care what nobody think of me. Like, real talk, yo. And I'm just speaking my truth. And last point I had was for like advice to give. It's like, as long as you speaking your truth, you being authentic, being who you are, not what you think you should be or what others think you should be or what you think others think you should be. You know, it's like, why feel bad for speaking your truth? That's really how I've been feeling. It's like, because first of all, it's not even real yet. Like when you worry about stuff is not even, hasn't even happened yet. And chances are it won't happen. And if it does happen, if people do judge you, it's like, why would I feel bad for speaking my truth? Somebody make fun of my hair, they don't know my story. For me, this is a battle scar. They don't know I went through depression, the shit I went through. They don't know I healed myself so much to where I feel like I healed my entire bloodline. And I'm good. I feel like I've healed myself for life. Not that there's not much more healing to do. I'm still gonna continue. Healing is obviously it's a lifelong process. But it's like, I've really done the work within myself. Even just look at this. A year ago, I would be terrified to be on camera right now showing you my scalp, you know, showing you my hair loss, or even talking about it. Like, now it's like I've just detached from all that shit, other people's opinions, because any opinions from other people is, especially negative ones, are just projections. It's like, so this person, say somebody making fun of you, whatever, it's like, wow, so you really like, it's like, for me, when I hear somebody making fun or whatever, it's like, wow, like, I wonder what they're going through within themselves. Like, I wonder how their relationship is with themselves to where they maybe feel like they have to make themselves feel better by putting me down. Like, that's tough. That's a you problem. That is very much a you problem, not a me problem. So that's part of the reason like I said, I just don't care what people think, because it's just reflections of themselves. And in fact, what I'm learning more and more is that a lot of times when you're just being yourself, shining your light, speaking your truth, just being who you authentically are, a lot of times that offends people. A lot of times that intimidates people because they wish they could do the same. And it's not to compare, oh, I'm better than you because I'm more, or I'm authentic, whatever, you're not. No, it's not like that, because I understand that people are on different paths at different points in their lives. I feel like at some point in my journey, I judge people, you know, of like seeing people doing their thing on social media, whatever, and kind of feeling, or kind of like judging them, almost like who they think they are, or like, oh, they just doing this for da. But I realized, like, yo, I have to look within myself and be like, wow, I realize I'm projecting these thoughts onto them, because for me personally, I feel like I'm not really where I want to be. And it's like, you know what? That don't even make sense to project that energy onto somebody. It's like, you know, I have work to do within myself. You know, so let me work on myself before I ever judge somebody, you know, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't compare and stuff like I said, everybody's on their own path at different parts of their journey. People learn different things at different points in time in their life. Some people don't learn things until they're 50 years old, you know. Some people learn things when they're 12 years old. Some people may never learn. Some, you know, like, some people come out the womb confident, knowing who they is, type shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Never feel bad for speaking your truth, for being yourself, even if your truth makes someone uncomfortable. Who cares? It's your truth. You shining your light. Shine your light irregardless of what somebody else think. Like, and in fact, shining your light, I bet you, will inspire or help other people to shine their light as well. You know, so definitely more I could say. That was most of the points I wanted to make, but yeah, definitely more I could say on that. But yeah, that's all for now.